the platinum one, joining us right now. First time in a while. It's been a while since we talked to Mike. There he is on the set of his own show, the Overdogs podcast, right?
Yes, sir. What's up, Era? How are you, brother?
It's good to talk to you. You're trying to give us a run for our money here with your show, with the big guests and the big names and all that stuff. I like it.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. It's good for me to talk to people. I got to get more just vibe, I just got to vibe with the people and see where things take us.
Make no mistake about it, though. You're the king of violence. We're the king of MMA shows. I just wanted to let you know, all right? So if you come at the king, you best not miss.
That's fine. I'll beat your ass.
That is true. You will beat my ass. That is 100% true. All right. Knucklemania 4, April 27th, BKFC. By the way, is your belt on the line?
Yeah, man. I mean, actually, I have that one there was shared, that was me and Eddie Alvarez. Look, it's going to remain here because it's coming back home anyways.
Okay.
I will bring my chain. It's a King of Violence. It's a replica pretty much of that, but it's a chain. And, I'm going to ask David Feldman to put it on me after I beat Thiago.
So I had heard that they were talking to a few people, and in the end, they went with Thiago. I'm assuming you heard the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, his name kind of came up like the day it happened. Like he wasn't on the radar for me at all. That's not something that that they had been talking to me about. There were other names, and then Thiago's name came in, which reminds me, like, the video, I don't know if you saw it, but it just popped of the, like, road to Knucklemania 4. He was saying how he had been waiting for this fight, and it seemed more to me like as soon as I got to BKFC, he dipped out. And, there was never, when he had the title, it was never, I'm going to give Mike Perry a shot at the title for BKFC. It was like Mike Perry is coming to BKFC and Thiago is like, I'm out. So.
And now he has to come back. Do you think they called him because they couldn't find someone else to fight you?
I don't know that answer to that question. I think maybe he's been out for a while and he was like, maybe I have an opportunity here to get a check, and that's what he's coming for. So, he better bring a neck harness with him so he can wear it after, because you coming for that check, I'm gonna break your neck.
I heard they offered a lot of money to Darren Till to fight you on this card.
Yeah, I heard he said no to, over $2 million. So,
damn. Are you surprised?
Darren is he's just yapping away over there. That a lot of guys say they want to do it with boxing gloves or with gloves at least of some kind. And, with the UFC, with the BKFC contract, I have that money is there. Those fights will happen in the future at some point. But it gives me, a big part of the contract is that I can do other things as well. And if the right money comes along, it just has to be right, because I'm being paid very handsomely over here in BKFC. And if, after this fight, it's like all I've been doing was promoting for them, and I'm focused on this fight. But, just to branch out and put my ideas and my thoughts, that, I have a big opportunity to make the same amount of money if the right promoters come together to make fights happen in other places. So, Darren Till said no to that much money, then, I don't know what he's looking for. And it's fine, because I'm the one here. I have a competition to compete in. I have an event to be the face of and the main event. And, I'm out here working, I'm promoting, I'm pushing, I'm fighting. at the end of the day, as a fighter, that's one of the main things. That's the main thing to focus on is the fight itself, and it gives you a freedom to where you don't always have to answer your phone or reply to a comment or a DM. I don't need others. I'm good by myself, and if others want the experience, um, couple 100 million, we can make the experience happen right in your backyard.
Has it come to the point where you think that this fight will never happen? I mean, I feel like we've been talking about it for, I don't know, 6-7 years now. It's crazy. Now that this last opportunity fell by the wayside, are you moving on?
Um, I'm over here in my own zone. I'm on my own level, and I'm competing, and I'm working, and I'm putting it all on the line everywhere I go. The King of Violence belt is more suited as, I don't carry that belt around because my face is the King of Violence. Take that as you will, whether that mean I'm ugly or I'm pretty damn handsome to be the King of Violence. So, whatever that means, whatever that title comes with, I prepare myself for that. I'm in fantastic shape right now, and I'm ready for a fucking battle next week.
So King of Violence, BMF title, I feel like they'll be always kind of compared to each other. What did you make of what Max Holloway did on Saturday?
Shout out to Max Holloway, man. It was incredible. I thought it was Justin Gaethje's time. I thought the way he had looked has been superb. And Max Holloway came out there. I mean, his physique looked incredible. He looked like he had been running 12 miles a day all through Hawaii, up and down them hills. He looked, sharp. It was touch and go. He just kept touching them and moving. And I saw that Ilya was like, oh, he didn't see this, he didn't see that, no technique, no game plan. I'm like, Max came to fight and to move. And I thought it was beautiful. He stole the show that night. I mean, he got paid 2 bonuses, amazing. And then, Alex Pereira carried himself like the main event. He went out there, he handled business. And both of those guys, I had picked the other way. I was rooting for Michigan boxing with Jamal, and he just didn't. You look at Pereira, you're like, gosh, look at the shape of the guy. He's a brick wall in there. And then, the other guys, Gaethje and Jamal, just didn't look to be in that type of shape. And sometimes that doesn't matter. Sometimes, you get. I think of DC, and he's. What does he say? This is the perfect male body or whatever.
Yeah.
And, John Jones doesn't even always look so incredibly fit all the way, all the time. But he still performs and he fights like a dog. So, that's what it's about.
You ever watch like a big event like that and you say, oh man, I miss my MMA career. I miss the UFC days.
I watched the fight. I had a great time. I enjoyed it. Before that night, before UFC 300, I was at BKFC live on Friday night, and it was a fantastic show. It was brutality at its finest. The bare knuckle, the hits the guys take. The main event was the best fight of the night. Those guys did a great job battling each other. I like what I do. I like the standing and banging and shit. I can't lie. I called UFC and a couple of times. I don't think Hunter Campbell will pick up my calls anymore because I guess I blasted him, but I didn't really put it out there like that. And it's not like I've tried to call him since. It's just I used what I had, and I told him a while back. I was like, hey man, before I even signed my contract, I could go from these 2-minute rounds just standing to everything back to 5 minutes, back to punching, kicking, grappling, but you guys got to make it worth my while. And they don't need it. They don't need that. You know what I'm saying? So I still think that it is a possibility in the future. I still see the idea of a Vitor Belfort or a Vandalay the Axe Murderer Silva or Rampage or Chuck or Dan Hendo, these guys back in the day. Obviously those were different people running it back then, the Fertitas and it's look, I'm here to I got to keep this going for myself. I got to keep this success and keep driving myself up. And people know that Mike Perry is a force to be reckoned with in the combat sports industry. And, like I said, the fight is the most important thing. And that's all I have to do is just be the best me I can be.
When you said, I'm not going to lie, I reached out to the UFC a couple times. What do you mean by that? Reached out to them about fighting on this card or before signing the
No, before signing.
Okay. When was that?
Before signing. Yeah, I was like, well, I texted Hunter. I was on my way to the gym, about to train. I had my wife in the car, and as soon as I texted him, I was like, this man. I was like, hey, this amount of money, and we can make it work, man. Let's, give me guarantees, give me this many fights. It was actually, I asked for more fights than I would have had on my BKFC contract, and just to try to make it more worth their while. It was like a little bit more money, but more fights. And he called me and he was like, pretty much the same thing he said before. Like, I have a better idea. And then his idea was just, he didn't, they say that, if it wasn't for their cameras and this and that, the opportunities that they gave me, I wouldn't be the Mike Perry that we know today and have the influence that I have or whatever. And, it's not like I got 40 million followers out here,
Right.
but 40 million people aren't tuning into any fights anywhere. Or they watch the highlight on Instagram the next day, or they're streaming it. I guess a lot of guys aren't paying for pay-per-views. I'm at the end of the day, I'm lucky that I get to be a fighter in this world, and not sure what else I would be doing with my life and time. And I need to take the opportunities that it's given me, the abilities, the money that it's given me in fighting, and invest it in the right places and make sure that after fighting, which I still like to think I have another 12 years, I just got to keep everything together, my mind, my heart, my soul, man, keep it strong, and just that's what working out does anyways. If I go without working out, I'm like, damn, I need to go work out. I need to blow off some steam. And so it wasn't really much, it's just.
What was his better idea?
Hunter did say something about, he tried to call me out and be like, I don't think you can be one of the top 5 guys in our divisions right now. And I'm like, well, sign me for one of the fights. And you gotta fucking pay me like I'm fighting a top 5 guy and bring me in and watch what happens. And he didn't want to do with that. He didn't, so that they were just looking other places. They want these bodybuilders that come in for 10 and 10, and that's on them. Everyone's gonna watch UFC anyways, but obviously the UFC 300 card, obviously there was lots of money thrown around there, and because they can do that. And obviously I'm still a fan. I love the game, so I keep winning, I keep fighting, and be undeniable, like Max said. Maybe.
Was there any talk of you fighting Nate Diaz before this Masvidal fight came together?
Just just the fans, just some well wishes, in the social media world, maybe. But that's good for those guys too. It's the Nate Diaz proved to be so durable in their first fight, Jorge Masvidal. I don't have any ill will towards these guys because they're getting big money fights and this and that, and I am as well. And if I was to have ill will, sometimes I think, oh, how was I supposed to do it? Was I supposed to steal the fight from Dylan Dennis for a bigger paycheck back when he fought Logan Paul? Was I supposed to stop Dylan Dennis from coming into his locker room that they gave him the same night that they gave it to me? And me tell Dylan and his security and them, and no, this is my fight. Y'all not coming in here and fighting. And was I supposed to take that opportunity away from him and Logan Paul, who, all the beef that they talked online, I just didn't have any place really there to try to take that fight. It wasn't just about money. Maybe it should be. Maybe things should be more about that money that I can get. But money comes and goes, and opportunities matter, and but that's confusing too, because if I did try to start some shit and try to take that match for myself, who knows what would have happened, and
That'd be nuts.
I don't know, man.
Did that thought
I'm
cross
just
your mind?
preparing for my own stuff.
Did that thought cross your mind while you were there?
I don't know. I didn't really see an opening.
Right.
I didn't really see, like, what was I supposed to do? Just be an asshole?
There was some talk of you and Idris Virgo, right? Because of what happened at the weigh-ins, but it was too short.
Yeah, but why'd they not allow that? Because they would have got the deal of the century, the deal of a lifetime for me to swat that boy. I was gonna accept it. And then all the UK guys over there, I did an interview or whatever. They're like, oh, I heard you outpriced yourself. Listen here, bud. I'm set to make $1 million in a couple of weeks fighting Eddie Alvarez. Who's this guy that was on Love Island, and they're going to give me $100,000 for it? Oh. And I said, yes.
Oh.
I said, let's do it. And then they were like, oh, no, we can't add another fight to the card this time. We can't do this. We can't do that. Then why'd you offer it to me? Why'd you get this little bug in my face flying like a little buzzer beater?
So they offered it and then rescinded it.
Yeah. What? Maybe why? Because I called him the F word. I called him a cigarette. And then a lot of people would have been like, oh, why do you give the guy the platform to fight on this card? They did their best to keep me out of the news or the headlines and that thing.
Well, did you have any talks with them afterwards about this? Misfits offering you something else.
How do you know what's real and what isn't?
Right.
Lots of people are like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Oh, I work with this person, I work with that person. We want to talk about this and that. Why are you even talking to me? Anybody who knows anything knows who to call. I got people for this. I don't deal with these deals. My people deal with these deals.
It fires you up.
I just bought a fight next week, bro. It's a hell of a battle. Thiago's a little musclehead, but he's capping, bro. He's full of.
What do you mean? Why is he
capping?
He's
just making shit up, saying that he was waiting for this fight and that they protected me and I'm gonna fuck him up, bro.
Did you have a relationship?
I got sparring tonight.
Oh shit! All right. When you spar, by the way, what do you wear, gloves wise?
16-ounce gloves.
Okay.
Headgear.
But what's that?
I battle capable friends. I have lots of warrior friends around here who want to be great themselves. Shout out to Fusion XL and Technique Boxing, the two gyms I work with. Fusion XL is It's mainly MMA fighters and a lot of great guys there. Uh, Great attitude spiritually and great skills and abilities. Obviously, there's lots of guys everywhere all over the world that want to be great mixed martial artists, great fighters, great athletes, great just in the eye and be great when it's time to shine under those lights. And props to all the guys with a dream. This was my dream a long time ago, and I put in the efforts and I worked for it. I had fight after fight, and I stayed in it. That's one of the main things you see on social media. These guys who do motivational whatever videos, and they say, you fall down 7, you got to get up 8, 9, 10, 11.
Right.
You get up,
Right.
getting up.
Can I say something? And I wonder if you agree with me. I hope you do. I see BKFC now getting more and more legitimate. This is their first show in California. These are like, if the California State Athletic Commission is sanctioning the event, is overseeing the event, if they put their stamp of approval, to me, you're legit. I think California is the best commission in the country. Andy Foster is the best. Like, you can nitpick anything, but this is a very important moment for the organization and the sport. And I don't know if they get, if they get here, if they open these doors, if these doors are open for them without you. I think that you being the face of BKFC, because you're not, you're a former UFC star who came over in his prime, doing what you're doing. Everything is on the up and up, kosher, whatever, but you're also producing great events. You're taking it seriously. You're not just some like old timer who's looking for a payday. I hope you're getting that credit from the company and that respect, because if they don't have you unequivocally the face of BKFC as their frontman, I don't know if they get to this point where the likes of California and Nevada are agreeing to sanction their events. So it's not really a
Thank you.
question, but I really do believe that. It's more of a statement, and I wonder if you feel the same way.
I feel like it's, combat sports is one big family. It takes two to tango, plus all the others behind the scenes that make it all work and run. And like I said, I'm grateful for this, that I get to do this. Could be out here waking up every day, doing whatever, construction or something to try to find a dream or a business idea. And then I just kind of fell into this, and this fell into my lap. And combat sports, baby, it's always been a thing. And I'm grateful that people say what they say about me and BKFC, and I'm the face of it, and this and that. And there's even great BKFC warriors that would agree with that. And I know what these guys go through. Taking punches to the face with no gloves, it can be brutal. And one thing about combat sports athletes is, it's a humbling game. You can try your best. You can be ferocious and vicious and talk all the shit you want. I mean, you should talk your shit. You're going to get in there and fight when the time is right. You're going to get in there and have to back it up. And there's lots of ways to back it up. And I just do my best. I give it my all every time. And I try to find a way like to talk that could be more drawing and entertaining, but I'm just a guy. I'm an old school guy, man, that just likes to fight. I'm kind of like a lumberjack, I would make campfires and chop the wood and cook. I'm a simple guy, you know what I mean? So I'm old school, and the fight is always the dream. The fighting itself, the greatness in the ring, those 10, 15 minutes that I'm in the ring, that's the dream. And it's a journey to get there. And then once I'm there, I live in the moment as much as I can, and I feel every bit of it. And for the 2 days after that, you get this peace and relief. It's very valuable, just the feeling that you receive after.
All goes your way on April 27th. Are we getting the Jake Paul fight? Is that the one that you want?
Yeah. Do I be ready? Quick turnaround. I mean, Mike Tyson looks great. I don't see why they wouldn't fight. I'm sure
No,
he's
I
getting
mean
in
the
the ring
winner.
with
Like
Mike Tyson.
once that fight is over.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Darren Till is just talking, not doing nothing. Like I said, he said no to X amount of dollars. There's probably incentives in there as well that made it more. Yeah. I mean, I'm tired of that question.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I've
sorry.
been saying it. A lot of people online have been saying that. And, Jake has a lot of advantages. And he's still trying to learn more before he fights me. I'm focused on Thiago. I got this little muscle head in my way. I'll punch him out the way. And, like I said, be undeniable. Like Max Holloway said, blessed man forever. Let's go. I'm
love it.
190 pounds right now. I weigh in at 185 next week, and which is light heavyweight in boxing, 185, 186 to 200 or so. And, Jake's at least 210. Smaller, faster, tougher, more real fighter. He's a kid. He came up with a dream. He's not, he's more of a kid than I am. I'm 32 now. I'm no longer a kid. And Jake, he's been doing great, and he's strong. But I think it would be exactly how the sparring was a while back. He hit me with some good shots, and I smiled and just walked him down and started putting that platinum pressure on him and making him run into shots. And, I think I wear him down in there. I wear him out. I wish, I would like to say I could beat him as fast as he's beating these taxi drivers, but I'm into the fight for all parts of it. I get hit, I hit you, and we see how far we can go, how deep it can get.
Well, next up, April 27th in LA, Knucklemania 4, Mike Perry against Thiago Alves. Always a pleasure, Mike. Thank you for the time. Good luck to you.
Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to Helwani, man, Marcus Cypher, Kim Pye.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it very much. Hey, if you like this video, give us the old thumbs up. Subscribe as well. You could get many more of these videos on the channel, so please do that. We would love you forever if you did so.